Hi, I'm Kumar Sangakkara and you're watching
the newest and hottest cricket simulation podcast on the World Wide Web, FTP Weekly, with your host, Leon Stewart. Good morning, afternoon and evening, fellow FTPers. My name is Leon Stewart, and yes, we've been commissioned to do a second episode of FTP Weekly. Now, just before we go on, I want to thank everybody who suggested names for FTP Weekly. Unfortunately though, for the majority of you, that was in vain, because I'm sticking with FTP Weekly. In fact, FTP Weekly hashtag is now live, so if you do hashtag FTP Weekly on our From the Pavilion page, you will find exclusive content on there. But we did get one good suggestion from Salman Lagari. This guy's been fantastic for the whole FTP community, and one of the names he suggested was keyboard cricketers. I love it. Now, it's not going to be the name of the show, but when I referenced FTPs from now on, I may actually reference the term keyboard cricketers. So, Salman, thank you very much for that, and also thanks for the Saints remix of our last podcast, our first one. Guys, if you didn't watch it, there's an embarrassing clip of my head going backwards and forwards. There's a lot of information on the tournaments I was talking about, and Salman bragging about his fantasy league superiority. Speaking of his superiority or lack thereof, just a quick update. This week's fantasy, Glenn Muscat won, so congratulations, Glenn. But you're not getting any membership because you owe me credits. So, no prizes this week, guys. But big news on the fantasy front. Raghav is back, ladies and gentlemen. After a month absence, he's returned to fantasy, and he's coming for maybe 4th, 5th, 6th place around that area. So look out, mid-carders, he's coming. So thank you, Raghav, for coming back. Now, talking about Raghav, let's talk about the final of the 55k waged tournament that AIK hosted. Now, I want to correct myself on last week. I was under the impression it was a 140k match rating tournament. It wasn't. This was a tournament. Your wages for the combined 11 had to be 55k or under. The final, as I mentioned last week a few times, was between the Mongoose 11 and the Nandrel Strikers. And ego stroke for me, I got the prediction right. I said Neandrel would win by 50 to 70 runs or 4 to 5 wickets. They actually won by 5 wickets. And I want to talk about the game a little bit more because I was spot on with my analysis. So basically I'm just ego stroking myself here. But once again, Nandrel Strikers were outrated, this time by 3.9k. And outrated in every area but seam bowling. But lucky for them that the pitch was uneven, so that got them over the line for their 5-wicket victory. Now, notable performances in that game. For the Mongoose batting lineup, only Coleman did anything decent, scoring 53, but his tail wagged to put on a decent score of 241, including a 46 from Van Hufferstein and a 41 from Thiongo. Now, Neandrel Strikers bowlers, the pick by far was E. James, who got 4 for 34. Neandrel chased this reasonably easy. They got it in the 48th over, thanks to a superb 80 not out from Jade Tarrant, with contributions from Brown 60 and Montgomery 42. Now, for the Mongoose 11, just very quickly, 2 wickets for K. Coleman for a good all-round performance, and 2 wickets for Thiongo, who also batted well. So pretty much a two-man show for the Mongoose, who might be pretty angry that once again losing with a high match rating, and we may see that anger on the podcast because I can reveal exclusively, as long as he hasn't told no one he's doing it, that he will be the next person interviewed on FTP Weeklies. That interview should be happening soon. Cameron, I apologise, it should have been done today, but my mum fed me too much Christmas roast and I wasn't able to move for a couple of days. That's the 55k wage tournament out the way. Before we move on, we need to do a paid advertisement. As we all know, I'm no good with advertising, otherwise I'd be rich, and I'm not. So, I actually hired an assistant who was more than happy to come onto the show and lend a hand to my favourite club on FTP, the Molten Saints. So Ben, take it away. Yes, hello, my name is Ben Tova, and I have a special deal for people listening today. Today we are selling Molten memberships. Now, I said plural memberships because if you buy one membership today, you're going to get 3 more memberships absolutely free. One of the great things about these memberships is you do not have to attend. That's right, you heard right, you don't have to attend a single game. We're pretty much only after your money. If you want to come, you can come, but if you want to stay home, that's fine. We also offer exclusive invites to the Molten Saints fan club. This fan club is fantastic. We get to talk about Molten Saints. Sorry, I must point out that this is non-exclusive invite. Anyone can join the Molten Saints fan club, but if you're a member, it's good. So, promise of secrecy. No printing names on cards, and you can have the bill listed under any subscription you want. You can put it under a donation, under Playboy, whatever you want to call it, we'll do it for you. And we'll even throw in our old chairs, which we've actually uploaded pictures on the fan club, and we've been told that they're just slabs of concrete. This is not true. You put them in your backyard, around your garden, they're a perfect outdoor setting. Now, if this hasn't interested your fancy, do a practical joke. Send it to someone for April Fools. Now, firstly, it's going to be so funny because they're not going to think you actually forked out money on the Molten membership, and then they're going to realise, oh, this is real. Do I go? Do I not? Do I thank them? Do I kill them? Hopefully, for your sake, they don't kill you. So, ring up 1-800-MOLTEN. That's 1-800-MOLTEN. Hopefully, these phones will go off the hook and we can sell at least 5 memberships to the Molten Saints fan club. Back to you, Leon. Thank you, Ben. Now we've got the paid stuff out of the way, let's talk about the Facebook Under-18s tournament. I'm not going to go through the results too much because Glenn Muscat already did that on the Facebook page, but controversy, guys. Ake destroyed the Maximus Warriors. It was revealed that he hadn't actually set his orders and he played his seniors. So, that result was overturned, and unfortunately for Maximus Warriors, that means they've won, but their net run rate is minus 4.6. So, I will cover a few of the stats, guys. There were 5 guys who scored a century. Howard Nagel from Stafford Rangers Reborn got 148 not out, so congratulations to him. He tops the runs leaderboard. Quasim Ansari from the Passive Aggressive Cupcakes got a 128. Pim Dutzenberg from GCAT got a 120. And 2 guys from the Shirebrook Cricket Club got 200s, both not out. That was Albert Cooper and Abdullah Ayad. Commiserations to Gavin McLavarty from the Southern Scorpions, who got a 99 not out, and Matthew Fairbairn from the Challengers ICT, who scored a 97. Now, 5 bowlers also got 3 wickets each, excluding the 2-8 seniors, that is. That was Francis Machiri from the Challengers ICT, Amazia Wakalonzo from the Passive Aggressive Cupcake, Leonard Makengola and John Curtin from the Southern Scorpions ACC, and the only spinner to take 3 wickets on the weekend, Ryan Bauer from the Passive Aggressive Cupcakes. Now, also I want to quickly cover the league champion. That's Abdullah Ayad from Shirebrook Cricket Club's second 11 on 154 points. Howard Nagel trailing by 10 points on 144. And Dutzenberg third on 140 points, just 4 behind second spot. Now, guys, I will cover next week's games. The Fire Blazers squad versus R-Pits 11. An opportunity for one of these 2 teams to get their first win of the season. Passive Aggressive Cupcakes versus GCAT. GCAT suffered what I consider an upset last week, losing by 6 wickets, and the Passive Aggressive Cupcakes won comfortably by 5 wickets without being overly impressive. So, who can get their season rolling in the Facebook Under-18 tournament? Then we have the Maximus Warriors versus the Challengers ICT, Shirebrook Cricket Club seconds versus Ake, and the game of the week is the Stafford Rangers Reborn versus Southern Scorpions ACC. That's second versus first on the ladder. A big game there, and a game that could decide the season. Now, I believe we've got an update from Ben Tova. Ben, are you there? Yes, Leon, I'm here. Great, Ben. Update us. What have you done, mate? Have you been worth the money? Unfortunately, not really being worth the money, but I have sold 2 Molten memberships. Ben, that sounds great. If you sell another 3, then next week we're going to have afternoon tea. That'd be great, Leon, but excuse me, I've got a phone call. Yes, hello, Molten Saints membership hotline, Ben Tova. Yes, 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 I did say it is a contribution to the club, but you can't claim it on tax, I'm sorry. She just hang up. Sorry, Leon, what? Hang on, I've got another call. Yes, hello, Ben Tova speaking. What? Why are you laughing? Yes, my name is Ben Tova. Ha ha ha. My mother's a cruel. Grow up. Ben, I might remind you, mate, you're on a live podcast. Our fans are listening to this. Please be respectful to the callers. Yes, sorry, Leon. I will do that. And we've just got one more call. Yes, hello. Yes, this is the Molten Saints hotline. How may I help you? What? Mr. Dilma is using slave labour. Really? Sorry, Ben, I'm gonna have to cut you off there. Fantastic, mate. Thanks a lot. Congratulations on 2 memberships. Keep it going. Guys, I want to wrap up the podcast. I want to thank everyone who sent in some reviews. Just a couple I've got. One of my friends who doesn't even like FTP. Yes, we know we should kill him. But anyway, he said that I sounded like a professional radio broadcaster. There were a couple of people who criticised me for not covering the 140k tournament properly, which is fair enough. That was a massive 5-minute fail on my behalf. But generally the feedback was very constructive and good. So I was very excited to do the podcast. Once again, I want to thank Joel Goff for being the first man to step up and be interviewed. We're going to have an interview with Cameron Josie soon, and we're going to have a guy who I consider one of the big dogs soon. One of the top guys in not just FTP Facebook, but FTP. He's regular on the forums, he's regular on Facebook, he's toured around the world, and he's going to be speaking exclusively with me. Hints will be dropped throughout the week. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Leon Stewart. So long.